Good morning. It's Wednesday, July 15, and this is your Barbados Today Morning News Update. Government is getting the thumbs down for reopening the island to commercial flights. Canada-based economist FORTE argues that the risks associated with COVID-19 are as high as they were 3 months ago when the island first shut down to keep the viral illness out. He warns that Barbados' success in containing the virus could be easily reversed and says it would not only put a strain on the island's already burdened healthcare system, but possibly bring death and economic calamity.
The Motley administration's recent decision to reopen Barbados' international borders to facilitate international travel reflects the government's haste to reboot the local tourism industry. This is premature and may prove to be counterproductive. The government of Barbados is playing Russian roulette with the health, lives, and livelihood of Barbadians. As the world is currently witnessing, the United States' rush to reopen its economy too soon and too liberally has compromised not just the health care of Americans, but also the prospects for America's economic recovery. There is still no vaccine or effective treatment for the very contagious and opportunistic COVID-19. The risks associated with COVID-19 are as live as they were in March. Nothing fundamentally has changed. Indeed, in some ways, the risks are greater today than they were 2 or 3 months ago.
Barbados welcomed its first plane load of 132 passengers last Sunday from Canada. Government has implemented a set of COVID-19 public health protocols for air travel that include travelers producing evidence of a PCR test 72 hours prior to departure and the wearing of masks, among other things. The Barbadian-born FORTE, however, insists the island should have waited until the winter tourist season to welcome visitors.
At that time, we will also be closer to the availability of an effective vaccine. Can you imagine the damage to Barbados' tourism product if there is a COVID-19 outbreak in a few hotels or communities? Why risk compromising the traditional peak tourism season and the economic recovery? Do not let COVID containment fatigue breed desperation. Yes, the Motley administration did a reasonably good job in managing and containing the spread of COVID-19 once cases emerged in Barbados. But it would seem that it has not learnt from the nation's brush with danger, averted only by airlines halting flights to Barbados in April.
Local hoteliers are, however, happy with the resumption of commercial flights and they are preparing to open their doors. Some told Barbados Today they are gearing up for an August 1 reopening, while others are hoping to resume operations in September and October. At the Barbados Beach Club, General Manager Gerardo Rodriguez says though he's not expecting an immediate rebound in business, he's been getting a lot of calls from at home and abroad.
Are you including our own people here in Barbados? Are your staycations on? The answer is yes. How much? It's about $84 per person on the all-inclusive basis. But in that regard, BA is coming with a flight starting on the 22nd. Virgin is coming with one flight from Heathrow starting on the 1st of August. You saw on Sunday that Air Canada started flight in here. So we do have reservation for each one of the airlines, including secondary market like Blue Bay, Stella Travel, U Travel, Love Travel, different segments of the European market that we will have to. Obviously, like anybody, people were expecting to have 40–60% occupancy. That's not going to happen like overnight. So I said, if we have 10–15 reservations the first day, so be it. We are going to open because we have to start at some point.
The Barbados Beach Club will open on August 1, and he assured that strict health protocols are in place. He also said that every provision is being made to protect staff first and foremost.
If our staff is safe, the guests will be safer. So the staff, before they get to work, they have to scan themselves into face temperature recognition. Number one. Number two, they go into the washroom, which is right next to it, and they cleanse their hands. And number three, before they walk in, they have to make sure that they have a mask. And obviously, they have the hand sanitizer before they get in. The mask is mandatory for all the staff. So we have surgical masks, we have cloth masks, and we have shields.
Countries in the Americas are pooling their efforts to ensure access to treatments and vaccines for COVID-19. Word of this from Director of the Pan American Health Organization, Dr. Carissa Etienne. The World Health Organization's COVAX facility will lead negotiations with the producers of all promising COVID-19 vaccine candidates.
Housed under WHO's Access to COVID-19 Tools Accelerator, the COVAX facility is grounded in the same principles of our revolving fund: shared resources and equitable access at affordable prices. The facility will negotiate on behalf of many countries worldwide with the producers of all promising COVID-19 vaccine candidates. This will enable countries, regardless of their income level, to secure better prices and assume less risk than if they negotiate individually. No country should do this alone, especially since we improve our chances of success and reduce competition if we work together. The COVAX facility is the best option to guarantee equitable access through fair allocation across countries and to reduce the risk of having no supply if a specific vaccine candidate fails.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To regional happenings, Trinidad and Tobago's top cop is promising top-notch security for the upcoming August 10 general elections. More in this report from TTT News.
According to a release issued by the TTPS, Commissioner Griffith said the police presence was aimed at deterring incidents of intimidation, voter suppression, bribery, and illegal canvassing on Election Day. He added police officers will provide security to EBC offices and sites and escorting election paraphernalia to be used by election officials on Election Day.
Further afield, in a stunning reversal of policy, the Trump administration on Tuesday abandoned a plan that would have forced out tens of thousands of foreign students following widespread condemnation of the move and pressure from colleges and major businesses.
A Massachusetts U.S. district judge said the U.S. government and Harvard and MIT that sued over the measure had come to a settlement that would roll back the new rules and restore the previous status quo. The universities argued the measure was unlawful and would adversely affect their academic institutions. A flurry of lawsuits, including one brought by a coalition of state governments, were filed after Harvard's legal action, and major tech companies and dozens of colleges and universities filed friend of the court briefs opposing the rule. Tuesday's news comes as a major relief for the more than 1 million foreign students at U.S. colleges and universities. Many schools depend on revenue from foreign students, who often pay full tuition.
That's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM.